The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza.
Okay.
We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto.
What's up, guys?
I say what's up? Man, sit your ass down.
We're back with another new episode 90 of the StyleBeasting podcast with your host, Dump Wall. A little side note before I start. If you hear like pieces of like bits and pieces of me like sniffing like it's only because like pollen is super bad and my allergies are kicking my ass this year like super fucking hard, like really bad. So I've been editing them out, but if you catch hint of a little snort, I'm not doing blow. My allergies just whooping my ass. So let's go ahead and begin with a long but truest statement ever made in lifetime.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
More money, more problems. And what I mean by that is, now that I got that I'm working this one job and it pays me way more than I did when I was working those two jobs. Amen. I got my first paycheck, but luckily I make more than I did before because I did a stupid ass mistake. So
Stupid ass niggas.
I live with my mom's and shit, and I was paying I think it was like the internet phone bill to the house because she still has a house phone because we live in the country and our service sucks. So we use the house phone and shit. And I know people are like, you use house phones? I know, nigga. People with us, our new generation that has cell phones, we don't need house phones because we have cell phones. And unless you live in the country where the service is super bad, then you're not going to need a house phone. But I digress.
That's okay. Take your time.
Damn, I just now thought. I know. I was talking about. I was paying the internet phone. So I was about to pay it, and it was just like $166 or whatever. And my dumb ass, I clicked $166. I clicked it, but for some weird reason, it calculated a total amount of $344. I just went ahead and paid it, bro. I was so sick that day, like. I literally was not supposed to be paying like that $400 bill. And I was like, fuck. Luckily, I had the bread. So I was like, great. But shit, I spent like $200 extra for nothing. So now I was just like, thank God I learned money management. I'm not just blowing through money and forgetting. And I'm just blowing through money and forgetting I should have, let me just keep these to the side. This money to the side just in case of foibles happen.
Basura.
And thankfully I did. But now next time I'm definitely gonna look before I leave. But past my better understanding of money literature and me not reading before I leave, before that I want to start by congratulating the LSU ladies for winning this women's, I think it was the women's AAC
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
AAC tournament. Damn, and I think they were playing Iowa and LSU won. Now, with that, it was some not so great energy after or during and afterwards the game. So I think the girl from Iowa, and let me tell you first, she's white. She did the Tony Yayo, you can't see me face, and they were winning. Now, when LSU was winning, one of their players, Angel Reese, did the she said, ho, you can't see me, in reference of her, them winning. And obviously they won. Now a whole bunch of people was like, yo, that's unsportsmanlike. She shouldn't have done that. Why she do that? And I'm like, well, first, she did it first. Yeah, it was classless. It was like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, What she did wasn't classless. Like what she did was give the same energy back. And that was a lot of things that was just being shown. A lot of racial indiscriminacies was being shown. And I'm like, you ASPN niggas is really showing how racially ignorant you guys are, or ignorant into the fact of this is how sports is, especially finals. Like the men's basketball court, I seen literally Metal World Peace beat up like random white niggas on the stands in Malice in the Palace. And now I know that was like 20 years ago, and like a lot of shit changed. But like, nigga, all she did was both of them do the Tony Yayo "You Can't See Me" shit, and niggas got in their feelings. And because of everybody crying and shit, I think Joe Biden's wife invited Iowa to the White House alongside LSU. Normally it's the winner that goes, but they invited Iowa, the loser. Now, well, let me go into my what is before I go to the what actually happened. Well, nobody went to the White House yet, but I think the Bidens or whoever Joe Biden's wife name is, she foresaw this happen and jumped ahead to end it, because as soon as the game ended, it was like, okay, now this is getting racial instead of it being about the basketball game. Now, in my head, I would think, as the Democrat leader's wife, this basketball game, which was just supposed to be a basketball game, has now become racially biased. It's become racial now, and seeing how it's snowballing into something that could become greater, let me jump ahead of it and invite both parties, quell the beef, everybody shake hands, boom, 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 boom. Now, from the eyes of like the woke, I guess, it's like the Democrats are being, oh, look at him, these crackers, inviting more these crackers in because they won. If they were black, they wouldn't have brought them in. Now, not saying that they cannot, that is not true. That could be totally the case. Now, we don't know what's going on, because I think Angel Reese said, I'm not going to the White House because of what the Biden's wife did. Now, she didn't come out and say, hey, I'm doing this because blah, blah, blah. And if she did come out and say, hey, I'm doing this so I could quell this beef down before it gets into a civil war of basketball.
Don't make unnecessary journeys.
Because if she says it like that, if she says that, people are going to be like, oh, you don't care. You're just doing it for the views or for the votes. And she can be, like, not putting it past anybody. Not everybody has good intentions.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true.
But I don't know, man. I think people are just too gung-ho to go for the negative instead of the positive. Not saying that the negative can't happen, but just to look at it from like a broken glass view and just being like, nah, this is going to happen. Nah, it's going to happen. Like, you have to have some positivity in something. Now, this whole thing hasn't been positive, well, except for the LSU team winning, and them, I think one of them got chosen to go to the pros. Not Angel, because I think she said if she goes, she'll earn less money than she would if she just stays, like, I guess not in the WNBA, because women NBA doesn't make that much for multiple reasons other than they're just women. Because that's the thing people like to say, like, oh, they should be pulled in the same amount as the men, but not many people go to them, and the seats aren't as sold out as for the women that compared to the men. Now, multiple basketball pros like Shaq, and I'm talking about people who played in the league for like and dominated for like at least 2 decades or like a decade or more. We'll say, hey, if they can dunk or do something, like if they had an all-star game, that'd probably be good for them. But like, nobody tries to like instead of like doing more stuff to generate more money, they're just saying, just give me more money. Now I understand pay the women equally as the men, but at the same time, we can pay LeBron that much because we know he'll bring in that money by himself. Like, let's say this, I don't know any female, I don't know any women's basketball team name, but this is just a random one. If they had the same star power and the same, I guess, I wouldn't say appeal, because people, like a bunch of people like the WNBA, and I really believe, and they can really ball too. Like, I'm like, this is not me shitting on them and saying they can't play professionally, because that's a lie. These women can actually play. Like, they can ball their ass off. But in a sense of, can they generate the revenue for me? Can they generate the revenue times 2 for what I'm giving them? That's the question. But nobody, like I said, nobody has an answer. People just like, instead of come up with solutions, just want to give more harder rebuttals, I guess, and not try to figure anything out. This might open doors for both those girls, because that girl that was crying that she lost, the white girl who did from Iowa, who did the Tony Yayo reference, she actually dropped a triple double on that team, but it didn't matter because she lost. Well, it matters because she did it, but in the sense of like, did she bring in the chip? No, because we got to treat it as the same as just like any other team. Yes, you got a triple double on tonight, but did you win?
You ain't nothing.
It doesn't matter. But those girls played hard and they worked their ass off to get there. So congratulations to both teams. Like, at the end of the day, both teams, both coaches worked their ass off. And the coach for LSU, I didn't see the coach how from Iowa dress, but the LSU coach, she looked like literally a anime old lady that is in real life. Like, I don't know who designed her, because that outfit that she had on that made her look like Don Flamingo. I was like, who the fuck gave her that outfit? Like, she swagged out. But before I get off this LSU thing, this also brought up the Tony Yayo John Cena thing, because people are like, oh shit, he's doing the John Cena. But for the people who don't know, is John Cena got that from Tony Yayo. And there was a bunch of idiots on the timeline saying, oh, John Cena was another white man who took from an idea from a black man. But if you do your research, he gave his props to Tony Yayo multiple times, and even asked him to do can he do the dance? So, and Tony Yayo said this multiple times years ago, and he has to repeat it again because niggas is just stupid and just like, now that everybody's trying to be woke now, it's just like, oh, that white man stole this for this black man. Like, nigga, no, I let him do it. He asked me, can you do it? And I did it. And when Tony Yayo told us the truth of why he did the face, why he did the waving the hand in the face, you can't see me, is that so he was hiding from the police and he was just doing it to hide, which is hilarious as fuck. Because now I'm just like, oh shit, you wasn't trying to be swaggy, you were just doing this for the guy for the police for the videos. Funny as shit. But that's why I love Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo is a funny ass dude, and I always liked him. He was funny as shit through, like, low key, I forgot that song, showing you else to dancing on me, the way that you make me moving horny, the wake up next to her in the morning. That song, he killed that song. That's what made me like Tony Yayo, because he was just in your face. Like, you can't see me. That shit was hilarious. I loved it. That was like brought me so much joy. Low key, if it wasn't for Tony Yayo, I probably wouldn't have done you can't see me dance. So props up to Tony Yayo for coming up with that dance. But off of the funny stuff there, I want to give a week of a moment of silence for the more lost lives and recent these recent public shootings that's been happening. I think it's like 3 of them that happened. So there was 2 shootings this week. One was at a bank, and one was that multiple shootings, or was it just one? No, I think it was just that one shooting at the bank. Yeah, that's what happened. It was one shooting at the bank. A woman who works at a daycare was recording herself kicking kids. She has been locked up. Thank God. And I think that's it. But I'm going to go to the shooting first. So it was a group of kids that were together. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the kids went to the bank and tried to rob it and shot a person and killed them. Multiple people. And is asking and the mom's asking the judge not to punish the son that harshly, which is, he's white. He's white, just let you know. And that was just crazy. Like, bro, like, you went to the bank, tried to rob it, shot multiple people, killed multiple people, and then, well, his mom asked, but in the same instance, it's like, you shouldn't be asking the judge to have leniency on your son for taking 5 lives for nothing. Like, if your son needed that money that damn bad, get a fucking job. Like, people who do shit like that, I have no sympathy for if you get what punishment you get. Bro, you tried to rob a bank for what? You thought you was gonna get a couple $100,000 and you gonna skate off. Niggas is not gonna do investigations. Niggas you was gonna go scot free. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? There's a lot of dumbass niggas in this world. I don't understand like how y'all niggas operate. Like, that shit is just stupid. But they got the nigga, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a nigga that just wish death on people, but they gonna get you. I'm not talking about the people, but the court system gonna get your ass. So just be ready for it. And like I always say, you reap what you sow and take your punishment for what the actions you have sought. So there that go. And what else? Yeah, that girl who was that girl who was just kicking kids at a daycare. So I think like last week somebody posted a video of a girl who posted a video on Instagram of her kicking kids when she was working in daycare, and it was like sickening, bro. Like, it made me look at my niece and like think, if I even caught a whiff of a nigga kicking my niece, boy, I might kill you in that damn. If I don't kill you, my mom and my sister is gonna make sure you never see the light of day. It might be on some Saul shit. You might just wake up somewhere and you just see my sister's face say, "Do you want to play a game?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's on popping." But they got her ass. She's in jail, thank God. And yeah, she's locked up. But before I go on to the music, there's been a slew of fucking trailers of movies and shit. Well, mainly Disney, Marvel TV, Marvel and DC shit. So Blue Beetle trailer dropped, and it was great, amazing. And from people are saying this is DC's first superhero, and I'm like, I don't know. That's weird. That's weird how they would do that, because Jaime Reyes would have to be 50 by the time he even meets Clark and them. Because honestly, Ted Kord is supposed to be the first Blue Beetle, and it's weird too because they're showing like the Blue Beetle ship in the trailer. And well, let me go through the trailer. So Jaime Reyes is chilling. We think he's a big shot, but he's just a poor Hispanic kid just going to school. He gets a job, and as soon as he goes to the job, his boss that he was going to give him, that was going to originally give him a job, gives him a bag and says, don't open it because a whole bunch of like police is coming to the building, and he leaves. And when he opens it, he sees a scarab. And for the people who don't know, that scarab is an alien, obviously, and it's permanently attached to his back and gives him his Blue Beetle outfit. Now his outfit looks great, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. James Gunn is a big Kamen Rider fan, I think, which I'm gonna get later. So, and for what the trailer showed me, he's a damn sure this is gonna be a good movie.
God damn!
Because I hate to say it's giving, but it's giving the correct references and correct feelings. Because Jaime Reyes, up until like recent years, this nigga was like, bro, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna use this damn armor. And he never did. Like, this nigga just got the armor on, and is like, every time he puts it on, he does it. It's like Ben 10 with the Omnitrix. Oh shit, I'm about to turn the forearms. Nope, you turn the Ghostface. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? So that trailer's fire. I think it comes out in August. The Secret Invasion trailer came out, and I'm gonna watch it because I didn't like how the Skrulls were just treated as aliens, and not in the term of aliens, as in the type of like, what's that word, bro? It's like how people treat Hispanic people. It's like, oh shit, we're aliens. We're just trying to come in and chill. But like, some of y'all niggas is evil. You gotta get the fuck out of here. But Secret Invasion is gonna be fire. I don't know when this is probably after the snap. It's either after or before, and because I forgot what the trailer was. But I'm still gonna watch it. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm going to get Disney Plus because the Marvels trailer dropped, and I didn't see Miss Marvel, but I know how it ended. And from what the trailer showed, it's going off of the last episode where Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, I think, are switching out of realities or universes, and Monica Rambeau is there too. So you have Monica, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel. No, Captain Marvel. They're both Captain Marvels and Miss Marvel. Or I don't even know if Monica Rambeau goes by Captain Marvel anymore, or she just changed her name. But from what I saw of it, I'm still not a fan of like how Miss Marvel's power is, but it's still stretching. So I'll let that slide because in the trailer it did show her actually stretching. So I'll let it go. But I kind of wanted to be like more of like One Piece kind of stretching because it's literally what she is. But I'm gonna wait. Because Captain Marvel was mid, like brown mid. Like if you ever smoked weed before, if you ever seen brown mid, that was So this might be go from mid to some. Now I wouldn't say maybe some. Like I'll say old 2011 loud. It might be 2011 loud. That's I'm giving it that good. Well, that's like 10, 12 years ago. So yeah, it's gonna probably smoke like 2011 weed, good weed. So here's hoping. But Guardians of the Galaxy trailer and posters been out, and they're really not trying to hide that they're trying to kill Rocket Raccoon, because every poster is like, there's like at least 3 posters where Rocket's in like not comfortable position, but it's just like, why is Rocket in like the main person? Because there's one poster where it's like everybody from their feet to their knees, and you just see Rocket Raccoon at the bottom because Rocket Raccoon's short. But it's like, that's weird. And another poster where you see Rocket Raccoon when he was a kid, chained up and getting experimented on. So that either tells me he's definitely gonna die, or somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. I don't know who, but somebody's gonna die. It might be Drax, because this might be Batista's last movie. So it might be this might be like a little smoke screen to show you that Drax / Batista might die in the movie, and they might get somebody else. It might get Moondragon, Thanos' other daughter.
Yes, sir.
Which I definitely got to get Disney Plus because I heard Moon Knight season 2 is coming, and boy, when I tell you, I'm watching that season. I'm watching that season. But I think I'm done with this portion of the pod. Let's get into the music. So, on I guess 2 updates on the Young Thug case. One is one of the jurors got locked up for a couple of days for recording the video of the court case, and apparently some of the thugs lawyers, and this is just, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if this is 100%, so I'm just letting you guys know just in case that some of the lawyers backed out because they aren't getting paid what they thought it were. I don't know if this is 100% fact, but this seems to be right up the alley of some lawyers that seem to think they're gonna get millions when they're not, probably not. So hopefully this isn't a bad sign, because it looks like a bad sign, but hopefully it's not. But if YSL's case didn't look as bad as it already did, it's getting worse by a YFN member, part of the YFN Lucci group, was shown hog tying like a YSL member and like beating him up, and I think like threatening to poke him up with a knife. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck this video get out? And this is not helping Thug. This is not going to help the case if this gets out. Shit, it's probably already been shown that somebody's trying to gun at Thug to hurt YSL. So this could probably help him. I don't know. Hopefully it does, because that was a terrifying video. But off of bad stuff in hurt and bad stuff in music, Dreamville happened, and my homie Brian went, and a couple people didn't show because I think it was Key Glock didn't show, and Ducee took his place. But for what Brian told me, it was fire, and from what I seen from people that I know that I follow Instagram it was a real vibe out there and looked great. And let me tell you something too. A lot of y'all women from North Carolina, well, I think some of y'all from North Carolina look beautiful. Some of y'all already know who I'm talking to, but there's one in particular, that black girl killed it. I was like, boy, she looks so great. I'm not even gonna hold you and say she was gorgeous, but damn, she was bad. But let me get off my thirsting. People were going around saying it was better than Rolling Loud, and I'm like, probably because of the hometown experience. Like so many people from North Carolina went, like it looked like Rolling Loud. If you were telling me this was wrong, if you were trying to tell me this was Rolling Loud Dream Fit Vest, I wouldn't have known. But from what I've seen, it looked packed, it looked great. Now, Rolling Loud's lineup finally dropped, and it's looking good. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And looking at Rolling Loud's list, it's gonna be the same as that shit like last time. Packed as fuck, tired as fuck, and drained as fuck. Now, I enjoyed Rolling Loud last year. It was just so much to do. Now, I'm definitely going to see BK, Babytron, and from what the list shows, it just showed Offset. And I'm not going to go off the list because there's a bunch of fucking people on that fucking list. But there's a lot of people on there that I'm happy to see. Like I didn't like Tia Corinne's on there, so I'm like, congratulations to her, a North Carolina zone. And I think the headliners for the 3 days is Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, and Rocky. Now, when I tell you I'm gonna see Playboi Carti, Rocky, and Travis Scott, this is not even up for debate. I'm running to go see those guys. Now, I seen Travis perform twice. 3 times. I think it was one time at Rolling Loud, another time Rolling Loud, and at the time when he dropped Mamacita, that song with him and Thug, yeah, Days Before Rodeo, yeah, I was around that time. I seen Playboy Cardi perform 1.5 times. One time at Miami, at Rolling Loud Miami, and I was on, and last year I guess on the Pinwheel, cause I didn't go there, but I saw it from a distance, so I guess that's a half. So I really only saw these niggas like a total like maybe 6 times altogether. So I'm definitely going to check them out because I'm a big fan of them, and hopefully Rocky plays like some super new music or like some shit he didn't drop, which is the same thing. But I'm talking about like the leaks came out and some of them are gone, but I hope he just redoes them. And he might bring out Cardi to perform that song that might go and be on his album that might be super old because that's the old Cardi flow. So I don't know. But Rolling Loud is definitely on the docket. And I'm definitely going to get my exercise and get my resistance up for the heat because it's going to be a bitch. And hopefully I could get some more clothes so I could look better. Cause I went to Rolling Loud. Not saying I went there as like a bum, but I went there to be cool, chill, and catch a vibe. I ain't go there to be all swaggy and shit. And knowing how fucking muddy and shit that fucking Rolling Loud gets, I thank God my shoes got clean from last year because I ain't bringing my Jordans with me because if them shits get dirty, I'm gonna be sick. And I just got those. But there's been since it's getting warmer outside, a bunch of festivals happen. So if you could go to a festival, definitely check it out, man. Cause to get that experience, it's like some real good shit. Like I'm being dead ass with you. I think I've been to maybe 3 festivals and all of them were Rolling Loud. So not saying I'm the festival expert, but I really did enjoy them. It was really good vibes. The people were great. The music was great. And it was just fun to enjoy it with people that I won't say think like me, but some of them may have the same taste in music as me or stuff in general. Because like I said, knowing me, I might run into a random person again like last year and we vibe out like last time. But more in music, Chloe dropped. Well, I already told you Chloe dropped, but Chloe's on tour, and it's been a big uproar with her because her and her sister came in the music game together and co-signed by Beyonce, and I think we're gospel singers, and then they ventured off with that latest album before they separated. And they just did separated off and just did different things. And people have been giving Chloe like a hard time and stuff. And I'm like, she just like I'm treating her like the race Schmurder group, which I'm gonna get to too. Since this is her first project by herself, and she has drop a couple of singles to catch the waters and see how the waters is for her music. And I like Chloe's music. I like it. And I think it does not resonate with some people because it's not, I guess it's not singing to her core fan base like it was her old music. But her old music was just her and her sister, so it's not like you could just be like, oh yeah, Chloe was doing this, but she was with her sister and they were just working on the same, like their goals were the same. Like since it's Chloe doing her Chloe stuff, she might do something different, i.e. like just being more risque in her stuff. And people are giving her a hard time. I'm like, a lot of women are being risque with their stuff. Some women that's who they are. Now, since she was in the church a lot, I can say it to that. And since Haley, her sister doesn't, hold on. Excuse me. All right, so this I'm gonna have to use a description on this one. I'm talking to the fellas. You know those sisters that one of them is the book nerd and one of them is the hot one, and that's what I'm talking about. I.e., Haley's the bookworm and Chloe's the hot one. Not saying Haley isn't beautiful; they're both beautiful, but I guess the sex appeal is more on Chloe than than her sister Haley. But they're both good musically, and Haley's about to. I saw the trailer to Little Mermaid, and other than I wish it was a little bit more brighter, as in the color tones, I'm sold. But Sebastian needs to be Jamaican. I don't give a fuck, and he better not be that little red crab that I saw. He better be a full fucking lobster. Well, no, no. He was a crab. He was, yeah. There was no there was no lobsters in fucking. I don't know what the fuck I'm tripping. Yeah. He better be Jamaican. I swear to God, he better be Jamaican. But before I end the music section of the pod, people were saying Roddy Ricch can beat Rich Homie Quan in the verses. Let me go ahead and tell you guys who think that, you guys have no idea what music is. Y'all niggas must not have been outside. Like, I was in high school. I just started college when Rich Homie Quan came out. Let me tell you this. Feel Some Type of Way, Milk Marie, Ooh, and a bunch of those Rich Homie Quan Young Thug songs are, in some of his Rich Homie Quan mixtapes, are literally chopped. Like, those alone, like, even songs that I did not like are whooping Roddy Ricch's ass. Like Die Young, The Box, I think something off that 10 DJ Mustard album, and probably something off his last two albums, but he's not being Rich Homie Quan. And this all came about of Rich Homie Quan having a verse on, I think, DJ Drama's album, or or a verse somewhere in with Roddy, and I think his verse got taken out, and I think he was mad about it, but they recently squashed it. But before they squashed it, Rich Homie was like, "Yo, man, and hey, I challenge you a versus, nigga, if you think you like I'm shit or whatever." Which Roddy never said, but Rich Homie felt this type of way, and I would too, because Rich Homie Quan has been he's been trying to get his music stuff back, and some of his songs are good too. Like, he's still the Rich Homie Quan that we love and hold dear. So that's not gonna go away. But I wouldn't try to play him as, not saying Roddy was, but I wouldn't play him saying you never had good music. Like, that's a lie. Like, even though Fetty Wap and Rich Homie Quan didn't haven't dropped anything in haven't had a real like banger hit in years, the niggas still make great music. Like, when they were out, you couldn't tell me like you wasn't playing Rich Homie Quan. So that was a dub. So Rich Homie Quan in a 20 against Roddy doesn't even have 20. So it's even giving Rich Homie immediately. So I'm gonna go ahead and dead that. But that's the end of the music section. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the anime. So, talking anime, and I guess you could consider it an anime. I'll put it in anime. So I've been watching a bunch of Kamen Rider with my homie Dwight, aka mine. Hold on, let me look at his Instagram because I had to forget. And he has his own YouTube channel, and it's called Mind of Mythic Gaming. Funny enough, he told me that I inspired him to start YouTube, which is crazy as hell that he even said that. Me and him have been watching a bunch of Kamen Rider. He and like two other dudes on Twitter put me on Kamen Rider, and like, I low key am back in it. And like, I'm back in the Power Rangers Kamen Rider shit and the Beetleborgs shit hard again, because So we started watching Kamen Rider Geeks. Fuck, what's the other one? Damn it. Oh man, I'm so fucking mad because there's a bunch of them. Hold on. Oh my god, yeah, it's a good bunch. All right. Shit. How many fucking Jesus Christ, man? There's too many Kamen Riders. Okay. So I watched Kamen Rider Geeks. Man, this wiki was horrible. Oh fuck. This is gonna be fucking hard because I don't know which one. Damn, nigga. Bro, I swear to God, it's too many. Whatever. All right, so I'm not about it because it's like 30 years of Kamen Rider. So I'm right. So it's Geats. There's another one where the dude's a dragon, and he has a stand. No, he has a dinosaur stand, and like he turns pink. And another one which I was the weakest one for me, but became the hardest one. Fuck, man. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I have to look this up because that fucking Kamen Rider show, that shit was so fucking hard. Build, Kamen Rider Build. That's the fucking name of it. So, Kamen Rider Build, my nigga, bro. This is what gets me on Kamen Rider. It was the fucking suits because these suits are so fucking hard, my nigga. Like, I think it was I think I was on YouTube and YouTube I go down that big ass rabbit hole of like, oh, so this show has a bunch of transformations. Want to see them all? And I'm like, yeah, let's see them. And I saw the transformations, bruh. When I tell you this is the most animated, this is what Power Rangers should have been. Like Geeks and Build, this is what I wanted Power Rangers to be as a child. And I understand they didn't have the animation and or money to do said stuff because they can't, because the stuff that Geese is doing, you damn sure won't doing on My Morphin Power Rangers. And rewatching the old Super Sentai, and Super Sentai is just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, really. And like the different versions, like Dino Fury and all of them, those shits are hard. Those shits are really fucking hard. Like, I will watch them and I'm like, damn. So Power Rangers in America was hard, and Japan. Now, arguably, some people would say the one in Japan is even harder, but me personally, there are rewatching of some Power Rangers, I was like, yo, Forever Red Power, nigga, I'm about to put, you going to hear a lot of fire in this like segment because, bro, Power Rangers was shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I haven't watched even the newest Super Sentai where they're like insect rangers or some shit. Like, them shits is hard. But yeah, me and him were watching Kamen Rider Geeks. I think we're on episode like 15. And I think I kind of get spoiled on Twitter because I follow like a bunch of like people who love Kamen Rider. So I saw like tidbits of like the later episodes. And like Kamen Rider Beats, the girl with the guitar, she gets a fucking like Gryffindor or some shit. I don't know, bro. There's like a lot of shit happened. My nigga, cause at first when I started watching Geeks, I thought Kiwu, the guy who's the green one, the green Kamen Rider in Geeks, I thought he was the main character. But then I found out that Geeks was, and I was like, this nigga is cool. But he a fuck nigga. Well, I won't say fuck nigga. He's an asshole. He's not doing it out of spite. Now, Rock Pumpkin, fuck that nigga. That's a fuck nigga. But Buffalo or Michigan, I call him Michigan because his name is like Michula, some shit like that. So I just said call it Michigan. That dude he's Sasuke because he's definitely like revenge hungry, and his suit's awesome. Kamen Rider Buffalo, that's his Kamen Rider name. But like, yeah, man, this show is hard, bro. It tugs at your heart a little bit because it's still like a Power Ranger thing, but unlike the Power Rangers of what we watch as kids, this gets a little bit darker. And when it gets dark, it gets dark. Now, the transformations, bro, like I said, transformations is ridiculous, bro. And unlike the old Kamen Rider of like how they do the leg kick, like, okay, so I wasn't a big super fan of the leg kick because I think it was Futa PI with Kamen Rider W, and his drop kick was just him just drop kicking you with both his legs. But like, if you go back to Shin Kamen Rider, he even like when it was like the two Kamen Riders together, they did a double kick. Now other anime has copied that kick multiple times, and I think there's a new Kamen Rider movie coming out, and it's really gory. Like there's a lot of blood, and I'm like, damn. People have said the manga of the movie that's coming out is really gory. So I'm like, okay, so all right, I can see what they're doing, but I'm 100% locked in to Kamen Rider. Like I'm locked in, and ain't no switching up. But with other anime this week, I checked out Hell's Paradise, the first and second episode. Boy, let me tell you this right now. If you are the people who are reacting to Hell's Paradise on YouTube, if you expect to get any kind of money, don't even expect it. Because there's from episode 2 on out for the rest of the series, y'all niggas ain't gonna see a dime because that shit's gonna be age restricted. Because one of the guys I listen to on YouTube, your boy Roshi, he tweeted saying, hey, episode 2 of Hell's Paradise got age restricted. This is gonna be fun. And I'm like, boy, if y'all only knew what the hell's coming on, y'all niggas never gonna see like non-age restricted on any other episodes, especially when they get to the planets fucking. Like when they get there, oh, it's over.
The fuck are you talking about?
But from watching the 2 episodes, bro, Mappa, y'all, I don't understand. I hope you pay them niggas a lot. And if you don't, I wish the worst thing for you guys. The way these niggas in Mappa are animated anime is literally top of the class. Like the only people that I can say can fight and can like argue that they can like stand up the test of time with them is Ufotable for Demon Slayer and this new anime called Oshia Ki, and it's like some idol, not isekai, but kind of is an isekai. And bro, let me tell you, that shit is the cutest, saddest, most darkest anime ever. I'm gonna get to that, but yeah, Hell's Paradise first 2 episodes, oh my god, it was so beautiful. Like every bit of that episode was beautiful. Like the fire, the lava, the death. Like it was so beautiful. In episode 2, boy, when I saw my man's what's his name? Oh, the Great Dragon Emperor. Fuck. I can't even think of his name, man. That shit's pissing me off. I'm sorry, man. My damn remembering people's names is ridiculous. What's his name? What's my man's name? Aiza Chube, Tema Ganta Tetsa. That nigga, oh, bro, that nigga's in there. Oh, my God, bro. And I'm looking at the cast, and they're calling them some of the cast supporting roles. Some of these niggas are support. I'm not gonna lie. But the niggas that they're calling support are not support. Because they're basically the main. Okay. In the grand scheme of things, I understand. Gabimaru and Sagiri are the main characters because it's mainly about them in their growth. But damn, those are supporting characters. Those are the greatest supporting characters I've ever fucking seen in the anime. Like fucking bar none. Like every nigga that. Okay, so niggas die, but the niggas that there's what's his name? Because I'm talking in circles, but I am trying to make it not as super spoily. Tenza, when you meet that nigga, just know that's the realest nigga on paper in the first season. After the first season, when we get to the later seasons, everybody become a real nigga. There's one super fuck nigga in this show, and when they get to that final season, I'm gonna fucking spit on my fucking TV when I see that nigga. I fucking hate that character. That character fucked up literally almost the whole fucking plan. Like so fucking hard. I hate that nigga. But aside, but not talking about that fuck nigga of a character, the whole cast going to. Actually, no. The whole cast of good characters, not the evil ones, are like the best written characters I've ever seen in my life. Like, bar none. I'm so not being funny. Like, so fucking hard. And like, the third episode's coming out, and bro, that third episode is going to be like tree dicks and like blood everywhere. FBI, open up! But I've also been checking out another one, Marshall. Marshall, not Marshall, Marshall. And it's just buff Harry Potter. So it's like two different references in one. It's buff Harry Potter with no magic, and it's Black Clover with no anti-magic. And it's just Asta with just buffness. Just buff ass Asta. Just beating niggas up. Like, what's that 21 Savage mean? That clip, man, we just come around beat niggas up. That's all we do. And that nigga is lit for it. That first episode was so fucking funny.
I beat the shit out one of these niggas, boy. Straight up. Niggas don't want to fight no more.
Like, this nigga was trending. All right, so the people who watch One Piece, or if you don't watch One Piece, picture a nigga with a weight bar, and you know the weight bar is like 45, and put 695. I know they don't make 95 weights, but put 695 weights on each side. That nigga was bench pressing that shit like it was basically how Saitama was doing that test in that hero test in season 1. Like, that nigga was just blitzing through everything. That nigga was, I forgot what it's called, but he had the weights on his arms, and he was just kicking his feet really fast. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, the animals and the animals were confused. They're like, why the fuck is this nigga lifting weights like this? Like, it's ridiculous. And it's low key. I want to say it's a low key parody of Harry Potter, because in this one, if you have a mark on your face, you're a magician, but if you don't, you're not a magician. And it's weird because the mark on his face when he gets it later did go enter a magic school to like be, I guess, the greatest wizard and not get his father in trouble. Because if you don't have magic, they kill you to keep the city pure of magicians and not non-magic users, which is very nasty in a sense. But just so Marshall and his father can live a peaceful life, he has to go join the school because the police caught him. And he beat the shit out of a police officer. Like, this nigga had magic that beat a dragon. Marshall bitch slapped it. And instead of using his magic wand to do magic, he chucked that nigga and broke his magic seal. So this nigga is like a non-magic kid, but has like the physical prowess of Superman. Damn. So I think this might get a whole lot of like sorry. Shit. Whew. This might get a lot of flack. I mean, it's already getting some flack because apparently sorry. The later chapters, he is not as good as the early. So I'm gonna check it out because it's still ongoing. So we don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna read it and check it out. But so far, that first episode is really fucking strong. And alongside that, I've also checked out that I'm gonna look up his name because I'm not gonna fucking get this shit wrong again. Okay. Oshi no Ko. Shit, I'm sorry. That Oshi no Ko. I watched the first episode, bro. That was a hell of a first episode. Now, checking out and watching it, it was like I was so confused because I didn't know if it was like a isekai or a lolicon isekai, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then when it starts like developing, because I don't know, I'm still confused what the fuck's going on. But so far, so basically, it's the main character is a doctor, and he was talking to a patient saying, "Hey, you're 12, but you won't make it to like 16 to be a idol," which he's like a 30-year-old man but loves idols. Not creepy.
Stop the cap.
Like whatever. But yeah, so later on he meets this idol that's pregnant. Don't know who the dad is. He's just like, okay, so I guess I'm going to treat you. Later on, sees this weird guy. He follows him in the woods, and he pushes him off the mountain, and he dies. Wakes up, and he's born, and he's the son of the patient he was treating with the baby, the mother. He's became a baby, and a son of the woman he had as a patient.
The fuck are you talking about?
And you find out that his twin sister that was born is the girl that he told that she wasn't gonna make it to the age of 16. So that was that's some weird isekai baby shit, and it's not in a different universe, in the same universe, but it's still weird. And like you go throughout the story of them being babies, and like finding out like, oh shit, my sister can talk. Like they can talk at 1 year old. They could literally talk like regular, like 30, like grown people. And you start watching more of it in the time, and there's obviously time skips, and the mother dies from this crazed fan, but the boy of the twins starts putting the pieces together. Like, because the guy who killed him is the same guy who killed their mom. So it's like weird because like, how the fuck did that guy find me and he find my mom? Which it's been like at least 3 years. So it's been like a mad time between that. And like, it's like it's really beautifully animated. Like when you see like him have the resolve, like, I'm gonna kill my father, because it's the person who killed him before he became a baby was it was the father, because it was a setup. Now there's another time skip where he's a teenager and he's still in the planning of trying to kill his father. Now this is just episode 1. I haven't read it. I didn't even know anything about this. I thought it was going to be like a happy idol shit. That shit got dark mad fast. And I'm going to watch it because I'm so confused, but I definitely am like psyched for it. Like really bad. And I think there's Demon Slayer started. Demon Slayer season 1 started. Everybody's confused because they saw Tanjiro's. They saw the Upper Moon 1, which is people like, oh my god, it's Tanjiro's dad. Like, no, it's Tanjiro's descendant. It's Tanjiro's cousin's descendant. That's Moon 1, and when people saw the other brother, the brother of the demon, of the Upper Moon 1 demon, they thought, oh shit, it's Tanjiro's dad talking to Tanjiro. But no, it's Tanjiro's descendant. And they won't find that out till like this season. This season, maybe it might be next season. I think it might be next season, or literally it. Hold on. It might be next season when we find out, because I think this season is all about. No. Because you'll see a glimpse of the first bloom, not the first moon. You'll see the backstory of the first sun breather in this season, because they'll go back and tell, hey, I almost killed Muzan, but I couldn't. And I think they're gonna show the rest of it when they do the moon fight, the Upper Moon 1 fight, because it was the Upper Moon 1 that killed the brother, because the brother was following his demon brother so he could kill him. And even though the older brother became like an old man and could have killed his brother in his demon form, he couldn't because he was an old man, and the Upper Moon clapped him. But that first sun breather was about to clap Muzan. Muzan had to run his ass off. But that's a topic for a little later in season 4, because this is still about the training, the sword repair arc, which is going to go crazy. And they stopped the episode on the training dummy. So next episode is going to be us meeting the Mist Hashira, the little sword repair kid, and the dummy, and training with the dummy and finding the sword in the dummy, and finding out that sword is the sun breather's sword from like long ago. It has to get fixed. And I forgot that's the whole reason for the sword repair arc, is repair that sword for the fight. But I think that's it for anime. For the anime that I've seen. I don't believe Gundam Witch Mercury comes out to next week, so I will come back next week with that and more Kamen Rider stuff. So let's get into the final part of the pod, the manga. So I only have 3 mangas to talk about, because hold on. 4, because I'm catching up on Blue Lock. Yeah. So I'm gonna start with Don. I'm fully caught up to that. Like, bro, this invasion arc is like the hardest shit ever. Like, my man, I can't forget his name. There's a fat kid that people don't like in the well, I don't say don't like, that people pick on, and he's like, he tries to make himself bigger than the way he is. And I know it sounds fucked up saying like he's not that big, pause, on a bigger scale, but like, I'll use this for example. So they had a fight with the aliens, whatever. They had a tie and they split off. So the big guy comes back with bandages on and eye patch on, saying, "Hey man, I had to fight these aliens all by myself, man, and I had to go about my day." But like, he tried to go like to meet up with his homies at school, tell him, "Hey man, I fought these aliens like a G, man. I'm a G." But they wasn't there, and like pretty soon he was like, "Oh man, I gotta take this stuff off," and like he took all the bandages and the eye patch off, and it's like sad as fuck, because like, damn man, this dude, like, he's cool as shit, because like he piloted a Gundam they made out of like alien Play-Doh, and like he hypes himself up to be bigger than what he is, and he is, even though I just said he wasn't, but he is. He's a low-key real nigga. But
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true.
I guess I'll have to wait till the story gets more for him to like show more. But I fuck with him because like he's like a otaku, and like he loves like Gundams and Kamen Rider, because they left a note on the part of the building saying, "Hey, we're about to fight the aliens. If you can help us, help us." and he turned a statue into like some cool ass Akira bike, and was like, "Hey man, they need me. Let's go, bro." This nigga got on the bike and handled business. Now that was the latest, no, second to latest chapter in the story, and I read the latest chapter, and that was the only one that it wasn't that much into it. Was but I'll get to that on a later date because I feel like I want to go over Don like in full context because that shit is crazy. But I was on chapter, I want to say 69 or 70, and like no, I was on 60 something, and I read through it because I was reading through it when I was at the DMV, and I was reading through it when I was at home. Bro, that was the greatest read ever. Like the art is beautiful, characters, jokes is great. The references to other shit is fire. Like one character does Tri-Beam and a Kamehameha wave and an evil wave, and it's like, bruh, this shit is so fucking hard. Like this manga is like so beautiful, and when it gets animated, bruh, I don't think Mappas might do it because I don't know if this is a Mappa-esque anime. I feel like it's more.
That's okay. Take your time.
I think if the latest season of My Hero, I feel like if they did that, well, hold on, I'm trying to think because there's some shots where he gets like into like weird, like kooky angles and shit. I'm trying to think who does weird and kooky angles. No, damn it, not Mappa, because I don't want Mappa to. Them niggas gonna die making this. I said, nah, not the niggas that did Fire Force. Let them make Fire Force. Not Euphorable, because that's just like too much. Even though, maybe. I'm thinking maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. That is only Mappa. I think Mappa could do it because I'm thinking about how. Well, no, because Chainsaw Man is not that wonky. As in, if you look at how the characters are, the characters are doing like weird wonky moves. Like, I think the only people who can do it is the niggas that did Soul Eater. But I don't want them to do, not Soul Eater, but Fire Force. And I don't want them to do Fire Force. The people who did Fire Force will do Don, because if they do, Fire Force season 3 won't come out. And I'm like, ugh. So I don't know what anime they could get this done in, but it's really fucking hard. There's a lot of talk about genitals in this because these aliens have to take the genitalia of humans to get their spaceships here to take over the world. I know that made no motherfucking sense, but if you read it, it'll make sense.
What the hell? Oh my god.
JJK was out. And boy, let me tell you something. Sukuna is the ugliest motherfucker ever. But I would never say it in that nigga face. 2, the girl who's possessing Megumi's sister body is a creep. Big facts. 3, that ice bitch that's near Sukuna all the time. Fuck that dick riding bitch because I hate her so fucking much. 2, well, I think that's Pet 4. So other than those 3, after those 3, that was this is a crazy arc that we're in the Calling Games because Megumi just killed his sister and is now steeped into darkness. Sukuna summoned that angel thing that Megumi summoned in the Calling Games. Instead of like draining him of his energy, he just clocked and killed his sister with it. And it's like, oh my god, Sukuna is like ridiculously overpowered. And if we look back, and it's like a little spoiler for this week's chapter. Before you read the newest chapter of JJK, like the latest chapter, look at the first colored page to Jujutsu Kaisen before you read it, because in the spoiler you notice that mummified monster with the cap on, that's Sukuna. first chapter, which I don't know what the fuck is going on because Yuji's scars are gone. Like all those wounds that like Yuji got, even the wound that he got before the Culling Games is gone. So what I'm thinking is Yuji getting rid of Sukuna unlocked his blood art sorcery. And if it did, you have two people on your side, Chozo, your older brother, and Kamo, which is a cousin or something, that can show you how to use cursed blood technique and work them niggas. And if you look, and I think we might get Gojo out next week because Angel's healed and we see the cube. So I'm like, ooh, we see the cube that sealed Gojo. I'm happy because that means we're gonna get that nigga out this year. And that's really all that happened, because it was really just Sukuna beating up his sister, Megumi's sister, and it was like, and she just being like, "Oh, I'm in love with you, Sukuna. I want to mate with you. I want to be your Kakibon." I'm like, this would be a whole lot sexier if you wasn't in Megumi's sister's body, like 100%. But now that you are, it's not hot. So that was that for JJK. A whole lot of like weird love and slashing shit and like slashing fetish shit. I don't know. But the piece of resistance, One Piece, boy, let me tell you something. I told y'all motherfucking niggas I was right from the motherfucking get-go. Garp has motherfucking Conqueror's Haki. And well, let me start from the beginning before I get to Garp having Conquerors. So the chapter starts off with Kobe. Is it Kobe? Yeah, Kobe just booking it in the city. I'll take that back. We see Pirate Island, Blackbeard's homeland. Oh, well, not homeland, but his home front. And we see like this big skeleton rock statue move and talk. And it's like, what? And then we later find out that everybody in Blackbeard's crew has a devil fruit. Like every fucking body. Like the big ass some wolf nigga, he has the giant fruit. The alcoholic nigga has the drink fruit. Shiryu has the invisible fruit. And this savage cat king has the island fruit, which is low key a copy of Pika's fruit, which is like, Oda, you're getting lazy, because one of the devil fruits is just you becoming a giant. And it's like, what? Like, why would you make a giant fruit when he was already giant? Well, I'll say bigger than normal. Well, way bigger than fucking normal. And like, it's just a giantification. Like, what? And like, I understand the island fruit might be super OP if you could control the whole island. And if you can, that's lit. But if not, that's just a copy of Pika's. I'm not down for it. But from what we see, Kobe's running with some slaves. And for what Blackbeard is talking about, this nigga's like, this nigga has like slave master. Like slave master. Like master. And we find out that Kobe's a part of Sword, which is like, what? I mean, it makes super fucking sense, because if Kobe was talking to X Drake, which X Drake is Sword, why wouldn't he be Sword? And if he was undercover and only Kobe knew, that would make sense. Duh. But with that, we also find out that that Blackbeard doesn't know anything about Sword, and Akiji goes through like a whole rundown of it, with saying like Sword members don't follow the rules of the Navy; they follow their own stuff, and they can do whatever they want, and they're not held by the Navy's rules, which is like, Akiji, you just snitched on yourself. Like, nigga, you just, like, didn't you just defect from the Marines and they just like, fuck it? Like, you, like, not Akiji. What's that nigga named? Kuza, Akainu blitzed you. Well, Akainu may have blitzed you, and now you just come to Blackbeard's team. Like, nigga, you ain't like, that's just oddly weird that you were telling me about Sword, and you just came over my house like 2 years ago. So I believe Akiji is Sword, and either Blackbeard is stupid or Akiji is smarter than we think, and it was a ploy to hide it. And I don't know, because like the way it made it seem is like, Akiji, you just told yourself. Like, even if I was Blackbeard, I'd be like, wait a minute, Sword, defect. Akiji, didn't you defect from Marines? Put that in the memo. And now that they're going to use Kobe, because Kobe's a hero to the Marines, and Blackbeard, I will say this, Blackbeard's not stupid. Blackbeard's using the Marines will never let the hero die, because if the word gets out, the Marines just let a hero of Kobe status die, then what the fuck is it for regular Marines? But we find out that Garp's crew got to the island to save Kobe, which is weird and like really fast, because like I could have sworn them niggas wasn't even close to Kobe in the beginning, but them niggas is there now, so I don't know how fast them niggas were traveling. And we see that everybody in Sword is I won't say weirdo, but their abilities is like crazy. Like, my favorite nigga from Sword is Prince, and then he's just like a clay man, and he can summon like an army of clay niggas, which is lit. And I think he might be a Logia or Paramecia. I don't know. It's weird, because it's like, I don't know if he himself can turn stuff into clay, or he himself can turn himself into clay and other stuff. So I don't know. You have a whip lady, which she's the granddaughter of Tsuru, which is the old lady that was yelling at Sengoku on Dressrosa, and she's the whip girl. And I think she might be into dominatrix, because she was just like whipping a building when it was like whipping a building, which it was just like, you know how, all right, so it's gonna sound stupid me explaining this, but picture yourself walking like in between buildings, like going inside a building, and you're just whipping the building because it's just right there, like out of nowhere. That was not weird at all, but it's super fucking weird. You have Hell Beppo, this Hakiri, this girl who shoots like plant bullets, which is kind of weird, kind of like is like a Usopp thing, which she might have gone to that island and got plant bullets, because she literally has a gun that shoot plants, which is Yasopp has a gun and Usopp has plants, so that's like a weird combination. But with all the Sword members, I guess, converging all the pirates into like one area, Garp comes flying out with his battleship. Now, the way he flew in the air, he like, so you know how the Sunny go just like shoots off like a rocket and just in the air because it has rockets on the back. Garp's ship has no rockets. So I'm in my mind, Garp punched the air so hard that the ship flew in the air, like high above the air. And Garp jumped off the fucking ship and like charged his fist with Conqueror's Haki. And boy, I got so fucking hyped, because I was like, I told every fucking body Garp has Conqueror's Haki, because it makes no fucking sense that Luffy has Conqueror's Haki, Dragon definitely has Conqueror's Haki, and Garp has to have Conqueror's Haki. You are not telling me that Garp Dragon does not fit the criteria of having Conqueror's Haki. Like, no fucking way. Garp's whole career is just being a real nigga. the whole fucking career. Like, no bullshit. And like Garp literally jumped in the air, told the Pirates that literally Kobe is my best pupil ever. And when I tell you this attack, Galaxy Pump Fist, it literally looks like a DBZ move in a DBZ move. Bro, you can barely see Garp. And the explosion that he hit that city with was literally when Vegeta used that his finger, his Galick gun. Well, no, not the Galick gun. When they blew up that city, that's what it looked like when they first got to that city. When Nappa raised his 2 fingers up and annihilate the whole city, that's what Garp did with one fucking fist. Garp is 60 going on 7 years old. Garp is clapping and working all these niggas. I told niggas this. And like, it made the most sense that Garp would be a nigga. Now, it's a break this week. So we won't know what happens until next week. But I highly doubt Garp is gonna die. If Garp dies after doing that attack, I'll be super sick with One Piece for the rest of my life. Like, super fucking hard. I swear to God. But that's it for manga, and I think that's it for the pod. But thank you guys for listening, man. I know I'm far in between these pods, and sorry for that, but work's been kicking my ass, and putting these out and then having to do all this it was just a lot. But I really do appreciate you guys like listening to my stuff, like really do. So thank you guys for listening, and say la vie.
Yeah, that's right.
Easy, why you doing so?
We on cloud time, so spin it how you please. I'm on the run from you right in my fucking dreams. I don't want you to ever leave me, but if you do, I understand, said that's for me. We on cloud time, so spin it how you please. I'm on the run from you right in my fucking dreams. I don't want you to ever leave me, but if you do, I understand, said that's for me. Yeah.